us today to talk about some of her work. June, can you please tell us a little bit more about yourself?
I graduated from the Institute of Integrative Nutrition. I'm a health coach. But let me backtrack a bit, because before that, I want to tell you my story. I grew up in a meat-eating background in the Philippines with my mother and my grandmother cooking me all this beautiful food. Now, during high school, I had angina. I was diagnosed with having angina. I had difficulty breathing. And so I thought, it must be the meat products that I eat. And I went vegetarian. So after 29 years of being vegetarian, I saw different YouTube videos saying raw vegan is good. So I became raw vegan because I believe they said it's gonna make you look good and feel good. And I thought it's gonna stop my disease. What I didn't realize is I'm trying to run away from disease. You know? I'm trying to go for the health foods, which is in fact not supportive because I'm running away from something. So after that, I then looked at the YouTube video again. I found out there's a fruitarian guy. So this guy said, you're gonna look good and feel good. And so I did it again. And then after that, that's when I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. That was when I really looked at what health is about. I found out it is not about lack of disease. It is about really the alignment of the physical, mental, and the social well-being of man. Then, what happened is that I healed myself without chemotherapy and radiation, but I did undergo surgery. After the surgery, what I did was I investigated vegetarianism, which is not eating and drinking for 3.5 days over 6 months period, easing off food. So after that, what happened was I then embraced all food items because I realized it's not about eating healthy because I'm running from disease. It's not about vegetarianism because I'm running away from my fear of death because I want to live more. And in my quest for living more, I didn't realize I'm trying to run away from not living more, which is really fear of death. So really what I'm acting out is my fear of death and my fear of disease within all this. From lack, I want to have more. So what happened after that is that I grew fat. I became so fat, 155 pounds for this 5'2". My height is 5'2", so it's not really cool. So I really had difficulty moving and my skin became itchy and stuff like that. So then, after that, what I did was compose myself. I breathed through these fears, and I said, I'm gonna take hold of myself because I transcended the cancer within my own, commonsensical approach. So I can use that again. So then I made a log of my food and weight and did an ebook out of that. It's now in Amazon, it's called My Food and Weight Log. And then after I did that, I lost 9.3 pounds, and now, after that, I started looking at my blood sugar because I launched a 21-day investigation on sugar. Now, I developed a recipe ebook when I was doing this called the DAO, T-A-O, of food preparation recipes, which includes low salt and low sugar meals, including vegetarian, vegan, raw, cooked, and meat-based ones. So then I embraced every food item and realized that I can actually support myself even without going through this health route, which is actually dramatizing my fear. And then my company was based from leaving all this.
Well, thank you, June. That was very interesting. I have some questions I'd like to ask you about your ebooks and your work. The first one, can you tell us some about the mission of, is it Birds of Life and Vision?
Yes, Buds of Life is wanting to popularize living ebooks, which is actually just a testament of what I live and how I live my life, from self-interest, which is my fear of disease, wanting to look good and feel good, wanting to be healthy, and wanting to live longer and within fear of death, you see, which is really a self-interest point to what is best for all, which is embracing animal-based products and plant-based products, saying they are here to actually provide food for our body and nutrition for our body, and embracing all food items, which is coming from a starting point of what is best for all of us, because we are all here, rather than judge the plants, this one better than the other, judge the animals as this one better than the other. I don't like pork because this is so. So I want to drop the judgment and just pick food items from the point of common sense, which is really they have nutrition, all of them.
Okay. And can you tell us some more about what are living ebooks?
The living ebooks are a testament of how I live my change, changing myself from someone who really just adores myself, wanting to be beautiful and healthy, regardless of how it affects everyone in existence, including animals and plants.
Okay, and then also could you please elaborate on the difference between living ebooks and ebooks?
Living ebook is more about my expression of the change, as I said, from self-interest, which is actually my fear of death and disease, that was translated into a self-interest on being healthy and trying to live a long life, which will make me feel good and everyone will adore me, you know, and say, you've done something good. But really, it wasn't for everyone. It's not acknowledging the primary principle of life, which is we are all here, and so we have to do what is best for all of us.
That's very interesting, June. Thank you for telling us your story and sharing your thoughts of your experience.
So I wanted to invite everyone to support my ebooks. It's called Tao of Food Preparation Recipes. It's in Amazon. Anyway.